Good morning, children. Today we are going to discussing about the what is the meaning of pressure with an activity and also our definition of buoyancy and the concept of solubility and also the concept of dissolution and and matters classified into different types. So all these things discussed one by one. Okay. So first let us discuss about the pressure. Okay. So we shall discuss now let us discuss about the pressure. So okay, with an activity, so take a tumbler containing a water. Okay, so place a blade horizontally, it floats. Okay, so place the same blade perpendicular to the surface of the water, see what happens. Okay, so okay, this is a tumbler containing a water, so place the blade horizontally. Here we place the blade horizontally, so then it floats. Okay, so in this case the blade can floats on water. So place the same blade perpendicular to the surface of the water, so what happens? Okay, here blade floats on in first case, whereas blade sinks in the later case. That means in second case the blade sinks in water. Okay, why the blade floats on first case and why the blade sinks on later case? So what is the reason behind this? So now let us discuss what is the reason behind the activity of blade experiment. Okay, yeah, even though the mass of a blade is same, so in two cases the mass of the blade is same. So okay, so it floats in the former case, here blade floats in first case, whereas it sinks in second case. Okay, so but sinks in later case. When the blade is placed horizontally, its mass is distributed over a wider area. So therefore the mass per unit area is less, hence it floats. Okay, so in first case the blade is placed horizontally, its mass is distributed over a wider area, so therefore mass per unit area is less and hence it floats. Okay, so whereas in the second case the blade is kept perpendicular to the water surface, so it sinks since the mass is distributed over a small area. Therefore the consequence depends upon the mass per unit area. So this is called pressure. So here the main concept of pressure. The pressure is defined as mass per unit area. Pressure is the force exerted on a unit area. Okay. Here we clearly understand. So what is the meaning of pressure? Pressure is the force exerted on a unit area. Okay. Pressure is the force exerted on a unit area. So again we discuss about the concept of pressure with another activity. So in another activity, immerse a stone gently into the glass beaker containing a water. So here glass beaker containing a water, and so immerse a stone. Okay, so right here what you have noticed that so stone immersed in water due to so mass is distributed over a small area. Yes, stone is immersed in a water due to mass is distributed in a small area. So immerse a wooden plank into the other beaker containing a water. So right here what you have noticed that. Okay, here wooden plank is float on water. So because its mass is distributed over a wider area. So that's why wooden plank is float on water. So whereas in the case of first case the stone is sink in water because its mass is distributed over a small area. Okay. Here when an object is immersed in water, so it exerts. When an object immersed in water, it exerts downward force on water, and the water in turn exerts upward force or upward thrust on objects. If the upward force exerted on the object is more than that of the downward force, so then the objects float. So this upward force exerted is called buoyancy. Okay. I will once again repeat it here. When an object immersed in water, it exerts downward force on the water. Okay. So and the water in turns exerts an upward force. Okay. When an object immersed in water, it exerts downward force. Okay. And water in turn exerts upward force. So this upward force exerted on the object is more than the downward force. Okay. So then the objects float. So this upward force exerted is called buoyancy. Okay. Here you clearly understand when an object immersed in water, so this object exerts downward force. So in turn the water also exerts upward force. So this upward force is more than that of the downward force. So then the objects will be float on water. Okay. So this upward force exerted is called buoyancy. Okay. Okay, buoyancy, it is the upward force on an object exerted by the surrounding fluid. I will once again repeat it. So buoyancy is the upward force on an object exerted by the surrounding fluid. Okay. Write names of 4 objects so which float on water. Apple. So objects which float on water are apple, wood, balls and empty bottles. So these are all objects which float on water. Okay. Here some objects are float in water, and some objects are sink in water. Objects are float in water are apple, wood, leaf, balls, empty bottles. So objects that are sink in water are coins, rocks, marbles, iron and metal spoon. So these are all the objects which float on water as well as which sink in water. Okay. So here is another activity is there. Fill water in 2 glass jars as shown in the figure. So now pour sugar to one jar and charcoal to another jar. So okay, here pour sugar to this jar and pour charcoal powder to this jar. So did the sugar and charcoal powder dissolve in the water? Observe and write here. Here sugar is dissolved in water, so whereas charcoal does not dissolve in water. Okay. So in next class we discuss more things. Thank you one and all.